How you doing? How's everybody doing? Um, this is the end, right? You know this is the end. This is it. Yeshua's about to come back. Great Temple Day of the Lord. Now, a couple Jehovah's Witnesses stopped by today and wanted to talk, and I always let them in. I always talk. I like talking about God. The guy, I mean, I think they both knew that I'm a little bit further advanced than the average Joe Schmo they stopped and talked to. But this is it. We're at the end. There's only one more choice for you guys to make, and you're going to fuck it up because it's already written down. But, as a precaution, in case by some fucking miracle you actually can't pull this off, I want to show you something real quick, and you guys are going to believe it or not. Okay? That's up to you. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be all right. Whether I go to hell or whether I go to my grave or whether God accepts me into the new world, the new earth. God lives in heaven, always does, always will. Will he come down to visit us? I'm sure. The problem is that we're all so fucking wicked that we wouldn't know what to do if he showed up. It'd be like a cop showing up at your party and you guys are doing fucking crank and pot and underage drinking, and there's this cop just wandering around. You're not busting anybody, but you guys just like very, you know what I mean? As soon as he walks to the door, what are you guys gonna do? Right. That's what God does. That's what Yeshua does when they show up. They show up and you guys go, fucking hell. No one's glad to see them. Everybody's afraid, but not the right kind. It's not a respect fear. It's a horrified fear. Because you know what you deserve. You know what would be the right treatment for you. I mean, when you're in the presence, imagine, you're in the presence of the guy that forgave you for all the shit you did, for all the weird, crazy fucking things you've done, all the times you broke the rules. There's no catch. There's no catch. You don't even have to believe in him. That's how free you are. You don't have to believe in him. You don't have to believe in the Bible. You don't have to believe in nothing of that. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to reciprocate. You don't have to thank him. You don't have to pray. You don't gotta do shit. What could you do for God that he can't do for himself? And even if you were, it would just be like, say you scratch God's back. It would just be him scratching his back through you. You get it? You can't do shit for him. How could you? The best you could do is wish him well and that his way be fulfilled. Our Father who art in heaven, thy will be done. In earth as it is on earth as it is in heaven. What if heaven is like the negative version of the earth? Right? It's that ethereal perfect, ideal. It goes exactly the way God sees it. All the people are nice. They all are kind. They all get along. We're basically all Him in heaven. But here on earth, we all act like shitbags that we are. The new earth will be the same way because we are quantumly entangled with each other. We are all, I'm where I am. You're where you are. Everyone's where they are. Everyone's doing what they should be doing for this version of this world. But in the next one, I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to be great about it, because I don't think even God knows. He's going to be excited about the fact that, can you imagine knowing everything for over let's say the universe is 14 billion years old, and you just know every fucking thing that's going to happen because it's all one thing for you. Past, present, and future is all one thing. Everything we've ever known is one thing for you, and you process it all the time, all at once. That's insane. You're 7 billion people, an unknown number of ants, an untellable number of fucking fish, uncountable number of birds, all simultaneously. Well, most of them, like, most of them I'm just kind of like unconscious and just kind of doing it. When it comes to the fucking humans, though, every single one of me has got a goddamn fucking opinion. And they're all fucking wrong, and they're all trying to do some different shit. And they all want to rule the entire fucking thing. Even the ones that don't want to rule by yielding your will to someone who's willing. Is that not willing someone else to rule? Isn't it? If you don't do anything for yourself and you don't help yourself, how the fuck, you're hanging from a cliff and you're trying to get some help, right? If you let go of the fucking edge or whatever you're holding on to, how the fuck is anyone ever supposed to come over there and grab you? You're going to be quantumly entangled to the bottom of the fucking cliff. There's no way for anyone to save you. If you hold on as long as you can, then you held on as long as you can. But if you're just like sitting there hanging on, like, well, no one's going to come, I'm out here by myself, I might as well fucking let go. If you let go, and as you're falling down, just before you hit the bottom, someone was like, I heard you scream. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Whatever, man. Does it hurt the guy that tried to save you? The person, whoever, male, female, they were trying to save you. Does that hurt them or just hurt you? Same thing with being like, vindictive and angry. I was thinking about this earlier. There's a lot of people that are, oh, women suck. All men suck. Well, unless you fucking met, like I say, unless you fucked, well, you guys need to meet. Every man on earth, you can't say all men suck or all men do something or the other. Unless you met every woman on earth, you can't say all women. You can't even say most. You can say most of the women you know, that you've dated, that you hung out with, or whatever, which is how many. Guys get a fucking reputation for playing around if they hit 20 people or more, Oh, my number was way over that, but that's kind of the point. You're going to judge the entire people based, you hate your choices. You don't hate men. You don't hate women. You hate that you keep making dumbass choices based on your own dumbass experiences and your dumbass reasoning, just like you always go to the fucking same dumbass ice cream and the same dumbass thing that you like. Okay, but you won't admit to yourself that these are the things that you like. Because then you have to admit, kind of like being treated like shit. Otherwise, why would you keep making the same choice? Make a different choice if you want to do something different. Right? You do something different if you want to be something different. That's how it goes, man. I mean, you can't evolve. You can't sit in a mud pit and hope to be clean. You have to climb out of the mud pit first and then go wash your dirty ass off. Or at least find someone who's got a hose. You can't just sit there in the mud pit going, I wish I was clean. I wish I was clean. Not when you got a handle. It's not a quick stand. It's just a mud pit. Stand the fuck up and get out of there. No, I'm waiting for a hose to get here. Why? So as soon as I get out, I can get clean. Get out now. Well, if it hardens, then it'll fucking be easier to dust off of you. And then go find somewhere to go fucking wash off. You mean there's no water anywhere? Well, if someone sees you, so fucking what? Just say it's a clump of mud, for fuck's sake, if you're embarrassed about it. That's the problem, is that I think guys have a lot of inadequacy about penis size, mainly because they're watching porn. What are they going to do? They're going to get the biggest titty girls. They're going to get whatever the fucking popular thing is. And whatever's popular is whatever's the going thing. So I can totally see like a lot of white dudes getting like, oh man, you won't replace it, because there's going to be some huge dick dudes fucking some big titty girls. And the women that watch porn with their guys are like, God, it's so fucking man-based. And like, yeah, exactly. It's so man-based. And then there's like no alternative for women because they just wouldn't sell well. I think, is someone here? I don't think it'd sell very well. And it has to make money in order to, oh, it's across the street, in order to sell. Fake boobs sell. So I'm guaranteed they fucking pay for it. The studio pay for it, especially if they play on women's insecurity. Like there's a girl that's doing porn, let's say, and everyone's like, oh, you're so hot, except for your tits are too small. Just because you get naked means that someone can just judge your entire fucking who you are and whatever just based on physical attributes. If I were to do it, I sure to fucking God would hope that people don't judge who the fuck I am because I've got freckles on my face. Oh, yeah, mine's a chin beard. If I shave that chin beard off, it's gonna be one hell of a chin. You don't want to fucking see it. It's fucking. I got an underbite. You don't want to see that shit. It's fucked up. I don't like it. I finally got something that I like with my chin. You know. It just kind of takes away from it. The way Dave Grohl kind of grew, he doesn't have much of a jawline, so he grew a beard in, and now it looks, because his neck kind of comes like right here. His head's kind of set back like this. Yeah. That's when he talks, it's kind of going down, so you can't really see his chin. I mean, without a beard, you can't see his jawline really. And then he grows a beard out, and it's kind of, you can see it from the front and side. It looks like he's got a jawline. That's our makeup, ladies. That's what we do. We don't have eyeliner. We don't have all the other shit. And yet, somehow or another, we're supposed to love you for who you are and be happy to see you in the morning, wake up, and you never show us that. And then when you do, you're just like so depressed about it. I haven't put my makeup on. Like, who gives a shit? I haven't either. I never do. I just have this look and that's it. I could shave it. I could go another beard type, design or something like that. But that's it. I mean, I could wear makeup if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I have to look in the mirror and see my fucking flaws. I don't paint over them. But I just don't see how we can write off each other as men and women. You met the wrong people. You may want to date someone from another fucking country that shares your values. Find a country that has the kind of values that you're looking for. There's no problem in getting around the world and doing stuff. Yeah? If nothing else, look for in your area. Let's say Latvia is known for having the fucking morals that you like. We don't have to go necessarily to Latvia to get it. Just see if you can find a Latvian person here. Male or female, because those qualities are going to transfer over. Unless they didn't like them and they came here. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for a devout Jewish or devout Muslim person, or even a really devout Christian, America's not the place to look for that. America lets you just dilly-dally and dip your foot in and, and sample the water and splash about and shit. And like, I don't want that. I want to try some, let me try some Buddhism. I don't like that either. That's kind of weird feeling. Let me go ahead and try this Protestant. No. Let me try Catholic. No. Maybe I'm non-denominational. Yeah, that feels fine. It's a bunch of wishy-washy shit. That's not a devout person at all. I'll never forget my ex-wife. I've been reading the Bible since I was 17. And when we get divorced, suddenly this bitch wants to hit me with a bunch of fucking like psychology 101 shit and religion 101 stuff. And she's like, I've recently found Jesus and I hope his peace and, she changed her profile and shit on MySpace. I only know that because I was friends with my daughter on MySpace, and her boyfriend kept running over to my page and attacking me. I think she was probably staring at my page all the fucking time. That's what my daughter said. And so he comes over like, well, you gotta get over it. I'm like, get over what, dude? She says you're talking. I'm not contacting that bitch at all. I'm happy to be away. Trust me. She's a pain. I feel bad for you, you half-licked sucker. You're almost already used up. And he was almost already used up. I'm like, she's just gonna use you up and fucking shit you out, dude. And remember that I told you that shit. And if you want to talk shit still, come to my fucking knock on my door. I'll beat your ass right here. I don't give a fuck. But it'll have nothing to do with the fact that, you know what I mean? There was shit like they would drop the kids off sometimes because she was a bitch about it, and she'd only drop off enough that she could mark down the days. And I would always be like, hey, fine, pick a halfway spot. She never would. I was dropping by. I didn't know she was writing down in her journal that, had to take the kids over. She filed both. When we were separated, I was like, we should file both. Like, each of us file one of the kids on food stamps because we were poor, and that way there'll be food at both houses all the time. Yeah, that's a good idea. She went ahead and filed both of them, and so there's no food in my house for the kids and stuff like that. And so I'm like, hey, can you send some food for them? And of course, you're trying to use that in court, and I was like, Your Honor, the food is for the children. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where they eat it, right? If they eat a sandwich that was bought by food stamps, that wasn't for you, bitch. That was for the kids any fucking way. So if they eat it over at my house, but that's kind of shit I've dealt with my entire fucking life, not anybody really giving a fuck. But it hasn't stopped me from believing and thinking it's out there. There's a kind of a questionnaire one of these people they're posting. I've looked at people's posts and stuff and just see what they're talking about, because they're mostly fake stuff. But in case they aren't, there was a sex therapist that I used to watch on. I can't remember what her name was. She's from Canada, an older lady, kind of like the Dr. Ruth. My sister's gonna be doing that, like a book. I don't know if she's gonna be taking up for where Dr. Ruth left off, but she's gonna be doing like sex therapy and stuff and doing books and shit. That's pretty cool. I'm very proud of her. I'm very happy that she's got the life she has. It's really cool. She's done so much more in her life than I have with my time. It's impressive. But kind of shows you what the difference between, parents being in the active versus parents being inactive. It's kind of like pretty blatant right there. But men and women, what's the problem? Seriously, what's the problem? You don't like her and she doesn't like you? Great. Knock it off. Well, he should never date anyone. Why? Well, now that we've dated, she should never date. Why? Well, she should have to move to another city. Why? You admitted the problem. You're not made for each other. Why must you punish each other? Is it something you did to each other? You know what I mean? Did you lie from the beginning and say you're into a certain type of music and you're not? Did you say you're a outgoing person, and when they get there, you're actually a homebody? Did you say you're a homebody and you're actually an outgoing person? You're like, oh, if I can just get you to my house instead of being a homebody, I can get you in the car and then we can go out and drive and go do stuff, and then I get what I want. You know what I mean? Then yeah, somebody lied and they did that intentionally. They lied to try and get you to stick around long enough to like them because their fucking personality is shit. So they can't win you over with personality. So they win you over with lies. Then after about 3 months, they go, I'm sick of lying. You should like me for me now. I don't know what that is because I've never met it until just now, and I don't like it. That's happened to me over and over and over and over again, right around the 3-month mark. All right, we're done. We're done with that. That's enough of that bullshit. Pretending to like that kind of music, pretending to dress like this and stuff. Okay. Pretending to, are you gonna like me now for me? Who the fuck are you? I'm the same person. No, you're not. It's just I don't listen to the same music. I don't like that kind of food. I don't go to those places, but I'm the same me. That's the mentality of the people. Now, is it all women? Of course not. I see women with fucking level heads all the time. I'm like, what the fuck? See, you know? And the problem is that most women that are like that have been in relationships with guys that suck ass. And guys that fucking are like me have been in relationships with women that suck ass. And some of them go gay and find that that's not it. Some of them go gay and find that is it, or they find out that they're, bi or whatever. Who gives a fuck? Why is it the one thing that we're supposed to do, mate and reproduce, is the one thing we're not doing? We're making artificial intelligence. We're making fucking cardboard boxes. We're smoking cigarettes. We're driving cars. We're making roller skates. We're fucking riding bicycles, and we're not fucking. And fucking is free. Anything free, we just reject as not being good enough, don't we? Someone's sitting on the side of the road with some free vegetables. You're not stopping. Same vegetables for $1, $2 each. You're stopping sometimes. Or at least going to the grocery store and paying that much. There was a lady on one of these things. It was like a lost art thing, and I was watching it. And it was about the lost art of canning foods, and she's going through it like this is real living. This is real food. We had this just not even like a few generations ago, and it was just it's going away. It's gone. And then she's showing like they're sewing their own clothes and making their own bags and canning their own goods. And she's like, ladies, this is what meant to be a woman, to take care of the fucking house and do all that shit, And I don't necessarily think that's a woman's role, but I mean, some women are just kind of trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And if canning goods or like even picking vegetables or growing a garden does it for you, then that's a hell of a good hobby that the family could use, polishing nails and shit. Not necessarily a fucking hobby that the family could use, but if you could plant like some fucking shit and you got a good green thumb, that's some hella fucking, that would be, oh my God, that's a huge up. Just like if a guy knows how to build now it's not a necessity that he can build a house, but if he can, isn't that a fucking huge leg up? I mean, he's a carpenter or he's a mechanic and he likes to do it. So every oil change you ever need, done. Tires rotated, done. He works at that fucking Jiffy Lube. You just pull up there and he'll handle it because he's like the man, whatever it is, and he just change your tires out and have the oil change 15 minutes or less and have you gone. Professional done. That's the benefit you can have for the family. I mean, you want to be that. You want to have like a benefit to your spouse, not a detriment. There's so many people that are like either male or female going, I'm the prize. Yay for you. You won the prize. Because our egos are so fucking big. They're so huge. Whether you're attractive, whether you're not attractive, if people are constantly telling you, you got a huge dick, you're really good in bed, whatever it is, you got this big ego about this thing that you've got. That's just one thing. Just one thing. And you're hanging your entire hat on that because it's a popular thing. Well, can you cook? No. Can you sew? No. Can you do this? No. Can you do this? No. Can you take care of children? No. Can you do this? No. What can you do? I can spend your fucking money and I can fucking hang out on your couch and I can eat your food. And I got a big dick. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more than that. Look, a girl, I can do my nails. I mean, I look this pretty. I've got my fucking, these titties are real and they're big. Because for a guy, it's kind of like, but I mean, do I get access to them every time I want it? Like, yeah, sit on the fucking couch then. But when I want it, yeah, fine. That's an asset to the family. If guys were to offer the same thing, women are like, dude, I can just stick my head out the door and scream free pussy, and there's gonna be a fucking line of people. Women, you don't. If you're ever feeling unattractive, you can just stick your head out the door, give your address, and say free pussy, and watch all the fucking people come lining up. All the guys, where they're coming at nighttime, where other people can't. You know, what I mean, if they're mostly coming at nighttime, maybe you're not super attractive, but and there's no harm in that. I mean, super attractive is just public opinion. You don't want the public to thinking that you're fucking hot. What you want is your spouse to think that. I mean, if you're a narcissist, then sure, you want the public to think that. I could give a fuck less. I've been accused of putting on like public performances when out with dates and shit. Cause I can be loud and stuff, and I'm doing like I'm acting like me. If you saw me by myself, you'd see that I do that. I walk in the aisles with the songs playing on the radio that I like. I'll start singing it loud as shit. I don't give a fuck, man. I just don't care. We're just kind of weird to other people. And like I said, it can look like you're putting on a show. And so when I'm hanging out with somebody, that's important to me. Honestly, the rest of the people are NPCs, man. I see them, I know their names, I know how they think and whatever. But if I'm being completely honest, when I meet new people, I picture them genitalless. I don't even picture that at all. Whatever they present to me, that's how I see them and nothing more. I don't see like even really based male or female, aside from the fact of categorizing, who I'm talking to. That's it, Deb, Greg, blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's kind of things you have to notice. If someone's dark skinned, you're going to notice that. If they're very pale skinned, you're going to notice that. You just do. Anyone that says they don't is fucking lying. Oh, I didn't know that I'm Caucasian and you're of African descent. I didn't notice that. Fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. I was saying the other day, I would rather someone just not answer than to lie to me. I can handle any fucking truth, no matter how bad. I may not like it, pardon me, but I can handle it. I don't handle lies very well. I'm very, very functional on 1 + 1. The things need to make sense. And as soon as they don't make sense, I'm going to start making it make sense. And my idea might be wrong, but I can't function right until I get something. I like shut down and I get really, really frustrated and I just can't work. I can't do shit until when they took my fucking drums away. I was paralyzed, man. I didn't know like what the fuck I mean, I knew I could just keep going, I could just keep going. BFD was not fucking, it's not sinking here. I just smoked a little bit. It was not working at all. they're basically saying after 4 years, tough titty, and all my music for 20 years is gone. And I had no money. I had no idea what to do. Did it bother me losing 18 years? Yeah, I didn't know who and what she was at the time. Had I known, I wouldn't have fucking given a fuck at all. But like, and I would wake up from time to time. It was like 2 or 3 weeks in, and it was like I could hear her like, "Do you miss me yet?" I'm like, "What was it? What's there to miss?" I'm being honest. What's there to miss? What am I supposed to remember that was so great that I can't think of anything that was so fucking great that I miss it? Nothing. I wouldn't doubt she missed me because I'm fucking funny. I'll make you laugh till you pee, dude. I'm serious. I'll fucking I when I get on a roll, but that's the thing, is like when we're out and about, like I said, if I'm with my spouse or whatever, it's just me and her. In my mind, it's just me and her. Everybody else doesn't even fucking matter. So I don't see them or think about, I don't see them or think about them when I'm walking around by myself. Aside from just seeing people there and go, like I said, male, whatever skin tone, whatever I can take from the fucking read right there, and nothing more. I don't assume personality necessarily. I don't assume. I don't even, like I said, I don't see people as sexual creatures, because, like I said, when I'm in a relationship, that's the only person I see as that. And then when I go out in the public, I don't want to see people as that. So I don't. I just never have, and I never will. I see people as people. If you're in a grocery store, like working, especially women are like, "Why can't you?" I guarantee women get hit on all the time by fucking guys, and it's probably mostly guys they don't want. And even if they want me to hit on them, there's enough people that are doing that all the time that, like, yeah, that's the last thing I'm gonna do is hit on you at work. When you're out and about with your friends, I'm not gonna hit on you with there, because there's the chance for a woman to be fucking brutal. They're fucking brutal when they reject, man. They reject you before you even ask and shit. I'm sitting there waiting to get to like there's two girls just gossiping and talking and right in front of the milk thing, and I'm just sitting there waiting and waiting for them to, acknowledge I even exist so I can get to the milk. I'm like, "Excuse me, can I?" And they're like, I'm married." I'm like, I need the milk. "Oh, because you're embarrassed now." Like, no, no, no. I just need some milk, and you're standing in front of the milk. It's kind of shit you're dealing with nowadays, man. It's just so, everybody assumes, because it's so much easier to just paint you with a brush of whatever I need you to be in that moment. It's so much easier than actually trying to figure you out and understand who you are, what your actual motivations, and who and what you are. It's just so much easier just to go, "Okay, you're a dick. This is your clothes right there means you're an asshole. This right here means you're a dick. This further assumes that," you know what I mean? Further just assures that you're a jerk. Um, yeah, that comment right there, I could take it one of two ways. I'm going to take it the way where you mean like a jerk. And matter of fact, because of that, because you offended me with that comment that you made, that I could take it one of two ways, and I decided to take it that you're a jerk. I'm going to continue to assume that since you offended me with that one, and so therefore you're going to feel self. It's just easier, and it starts to snowball. You think you know what's going on, you got no fucking clue. You're just talking shit and trying to be like Sherlock fucking Holmes and shit, and you don't have anywhere near the training or expertise for that kind of shit. I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying that my guesses are usually fucking damn on. My guesses are usually pretty goddamn on. I can read pretty well, but the one place I'm very, very not good at reading is in love. Whether someone likes me or not, I cannot read that at all. Mainly because I just don't. I mean, after this much time, I just don't believe it's true. You know what I mean? It's just, Someone's like, oh, I like you. I'm like, yeah. What do you want? You see what I'm saying? It's not like, really? Like, what do you want? Because nobody likes me. So what the fuck do you want? Oh, I just want, I like you. And like, okay, but you're gonna get tired of me. You're gonna get sick. So, I mean, why? No, oh, I don't want to do. Okay, you're gonna though. I'm telling you, you're gonna. Everybody does. You're not gonna give me a chance. I'll give you a chance, but I mean, I'm telling you, you're just gonna get sick of it. Whatever you like about me now, give it about a year max, and you're gonna hate me. I don't know why. I don't know why. A lot of people do that whole like, I love you more kind of thing. Maybe it's because I win. Maybe because I'm right. And you just can't compete with me. Like I said, I'm doing 100 for whatever you're doing. If you step it up to 80, I'm gonna step it to 120. You see what I'm saying? You're just not gonna beat me at that. Just because, like I said, I'm not giving everything when I've got 100. When I'm doing 100. That's like 100% of what's expected. You see what I'm saying? And I can go. I love going to 150. I haven't gotten a chance to do that because no one gives back anything ever. But we keep with this bullshit. We're gonna fucking. I mean, I guess there's not much time anyways. We're at the end, so it doesn't matter if you guys start fucking again or not. There's so much shit I could say about shit, and I'm not gonna because it'd be a waste of breath, man. Um, this close to the end, it'd just be a waste of breath. I'm starting to think about like not doing many more of these. If I do, I'm gonna do one here in a little bit where I'm just gonna be broadcasting and probably just remixing, whether or not I'll talk or not. I'll maybe talk if someone signs in and talks, and chats. But aside from that, I'm just gonna mix, and then I'm trying to try like I'm trying to do like bundles and stuff. Like I've got Audio Assault, and that's got a ton of fucking plugins and amps and shit, and so I should be able to do everything I need to do with Audio Assault, with just their shit. Then sorry, I'm getting really pretty high. My shit's kicking in pretty good. What the fuck time is it? Yeah, that's about right. So, anyways, fuck, nice. Um, then I got the IK Multimedia, the Total Studio Max, and so that's got all those synths, those drums, and mixed. Audio Assault has a drum locker. Um, it's not as good as Moto Drums or BFD. But I'm hoping to get in touch with them and give them BFD2, big free drum player. You know what I mean? And that way they can have that and they can run their fucking pack in there. And if they have that, if they can load their pack in that system in BFD2, then they have another pack for BFD2. And then their customers can just use other packages from. They're not really truly invested in that. If they are, they can just do some more things like adding it, just really sample kicks and snares. Those are the main things that change. Oh my god, the toms, if they get requests for stuff like that, like yeah, they can do that kind of shit on their own. But I'm gonna bail out here, and I'm probably gonna go live in a little bit. I'm gonna lay out some smell good on the carpet because I like it to smell good. It's I got my filter here, but it's probably time to clean it out. Yeah, so I'm getting new filters for that, which is gonna be like $45 or something like that. But it lasts pretty good, and on top of that, it really cleans the air. It really does. And I've been smoking heavy, and every time someone comes over, like my mom or whatever, I always walk in. I'm always like, I try, because I don't want to smell like a guy, And I walk in, and it smells kind of fine to me. And I'm like, okay, when you come in, can you just take a good smell? And I make sure they're not pot smokers or any kind of smoker. They walk in like, yeah, it's fine. Like it doesn't smell like pot. Like no, it doesn't stink. And like no. I'm like, Mm, hell yeah. So I'm doing something right. I could stand to probably dust more than I do, but I don't give a fuck. Um, I probably will, but especially with the summer, winter kicking in, and the snow gonna be here soon, and oh, it's about to be October 30th, and usually the snow kicks in by then. That'd be really cool. I'm hoping at least for like a white Christmas. I wouldn't mind if it was like November, December, and January, just fucking snowed its ass off, and then started going away. That'd be fucking fine. 3 months of it instead of like 5 to 6 months of it at a time. The gray clouds are coming in. I don't know if you guys have that out where you're at, but this is I love the clouding, but it's much better when it snows or when it's got that when it's cold. The sky gets the really ripply, like blanket kind of quilty kind of look, and I fucking love that. That's like my favorite kind of sky is when it's just like a little ceiling on the world, you know, and then it's so thick you can see the sun, but just it's like a little ball or it's just kind of like light behind it, and then every now and again the sun, the clouds are part away, and it's like, and then it just goes right back to being this kind of dark. It's like it's really cool. But that's just me. Anyways, all right, so you have a good day, and spokojnej nocy, dobrojnej jutra, and I hope you tune in for remixing. I don't know which song I'm gonna remix, but I'm probably gonna be remixing something inside of Studio One, so it's probably gonna be off of Highly Derivative, Besides the Point, and or you know what I'm gonna do? Make Me Clean again. I'll use all. Yeah, so I used on Make Me Clean. I used Moto drums. It's already set up. Ooh, and I can use amplitude and Tonex and stuff. All right, yeah, I'm geeked about this shit now. Now I'm set up. Now I'm getting excited. Um, it's been a while since I felt inspired. I started really working on music, and so right now I'm trying to get myself back in that mode. After an album, I always go into a depression. After I finish a project, I always go into depression. Um, I always get really super ecstatic when it's nearing finish, and then when it's done, I thoroughly enjoy that entire thing. But inevitably, there inevitably comes I don't know, a sorrow on completion, and so I tend to stay on projects if I can. Um, but if I can't, I'll stop, and I'll just go live life, because without that, you have nothing to really write or talk about. So I'll use my cannabis card because it'll be about the same, won't it? Pretty close, yeah. I don't want to use my ID in case I don't think you can read it. Well, I don't give a fuck anyways. They're going to be giving us new IDs and shit like that soon. It's very, very soon. You guys have no idea. So let's take a look at this fucking the mark of the beast. Okay, so it's in the right hand or in their forehead. Now, 5,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, when this prophet saw this, John and Patmos, however long it was, there weren't any pictures. There weren't photographs. There weren't brain chips. There weren't microchips. There weren't identification cards. He wouldn't have he wouldn't have the dialogue, the dialect, whatever the fucking word. He wouldn't have the linguistics to explain. Anybody back then who was a prophet would not have the linguistics to explain a helicopter. They hadn't achieved flight. You guys are judging those words by modern standards and what we know now, and you only know that shit because you went to the fucking school you went to. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't know what a zebra was. You wouldn't know what an elephant was. We don't deal with those. Oh, I would from a zoo. From a zoo. Now there's no zoos. And there's no communication with places that have zebras and fucking elephants and antelopes and shit. All you have is the stuff that's around you. Now describe a fucking Tasmanian devil, motherfucker. Just Tasmanian devil. Ain't gonna happen. So let's take a look here. This is what's gonna be happening. All right, I'm just cover up my ID as much as I can in case. There's your fucking face. See that? That's my ugly face right there, right? Now, right below that, where the forehead would be. You see that? See where the forehead would be? What's that? That is the chip. They didn't install all those new fucking drives and new fucking things to get the chip to take them out this soon. Now, they've already approved a digital currency. These are just facts. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. These are just facts. No matter what they say, I saw during COVID that see right there in your head. So the other one will be like later on in your hand. That way it goes in reverse, and that way they can sit there and go, this is not the shit. It's not the mark of the beast. Okay. That's not what this is. This is something else entirely. This is just making sure that you are a U.S. citizen. What's the harm in that? On top of that, with all the benefits you're about to be getting, we have to make sure that you're a citizen. What benefits? Oh, let's say universal fucking pay. Everybody gets a universal cut, whether you work or not. Well, who's going to work? The people that want to work. Who want to work? The people that like their job. If you are fucking getting paid $40 an hour, 40 hours a week, and all you got to do is find something to fucking do. Anything. Whatever you like to do it. Working in a studio, fine. Starting your own studio, well, how much business are you doing? Are you a service to the community? Look, there are plenty of people out there that are doing it already. Are they swamped? Do you have a name? Do you have any kind of fucking experience? What are your qualifications? You see what I'm saying? I want to be a painter. Great. Can you paint in your free time until we can see some of the fucking why you haven't even begun yet? Okay, so work something else. Work as a house painter until you get some art that we can show us, and when the fucking public agrees, yeah, you can quit your day job. You see what I'm saying? Those would be like other jobs when the people sit there and go, yeah, go ahead and quit. Go ahead and retire, man. No, because you don't need to be worrying about a fucking job. You need to be making more of that fucking music. Even if you got like fucking 10,000 followers, whatever it is, if it's enough to keep you fucking going under normal circumstances, you just retire. Oh. If you stop selling, you just got to go back to work. Talk about getting the hunger back in you. But the thing is, you've already been in the system. You were in the system working and you were trying to get out of it. So you played music. Remember, your popularity has to stay up to a certain level or back to work you go. You can whistle while you work. That's fine. Anyways, I'm gone, dude. I got to head out of here and stop rambling. Man, there's so many cars that pull up next door. Jesus Christ. How many fucking, they just take up some of these parking spots. All right. Peace. Hold on. It's going to be a bumpy, weird fucking ride. It's going to go kind of crazy for a bit there. And it's already gone crazy. It's going to get crazier as we get close to the 0 node and actually passing through. Problem is, everybody's not going to make it through. Those Jehovah's Witnesses are asking, what do I think happens when you die? And my comment was that you become unthinking and feeling as the dead. Someone was outside honking horn. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go back in. No, it's not. It's next door. I thought they might have been looking for a house, but they're not. Go check my mail. Later. Peace. Hope to see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Ron Burgundy.